All right, I think it's almost full, right? Yeah. So you cover it and then you start your application. So to those or to our dear subscribers, this is simple. If you want to apply herbicide or weedicide, this is how it is. You took 50 mils of balazine. This is Smart Agro Innovation. Today we are going to talk about how to apply herbicides or weedicides in a maize farm. It's very simple. To apply a herbicide simply means chemicals or synthetic chemicals that is used to control weeds on our fields. Now, to apply such chemicals, sometimes our farmers do it wrongly, and we've taken a break to explain that to you so that it becomes a common practice, even at your back if you want to spray certain weeds. Weed is a pest, yeah. So to control it on the field, on a big field, you cannot weed manually. Just use the herbicide to control it. So this is how the application is done. Basically, even in maize farm. Now, when doing the application, everything is stated on the label of every chemical that is produced synthetically. Basically, there are certain chemicals that go by the rate 50 mils. 50 mils. So 50 mils is to 16 liters. 16 liters. Meaning you just take 50 mils of the particular chemical, though the rate will definitely be on the label. Then after measuring, you pour it in a knapsack sprayer. Containing water. Most knapsack sprayers, they have 16 liters. So you get your 16 liters water is to 50 mils. The chemicals here to be applied, some are systemic, some are contact, and some are also selective and non-selective. The selective application or the selective chemical is the type of herbicide or weedicide which is able to control certain species of weeds or grasses. And then the contact chemical, sometimes they are the type of chemical that also work, or the efficacy of it depends on its contact with a particular weed. Once it gets in contact with the weed, within a few moments you see that it starts dying. That is the contact. And the selective, it also selects specific type of weeds on the field. So let's say if you have a maize farm, you have a selective chemical. When you get there and you want to spray, the selective chemical, since it is able to control certain weeds on the field, you look at the type of weed present on the field. You spray it, it will not kill your maize, but rather kill the weeds, leaving the maize behind. So that's how it is. The application and the process of application, everything. Let's go to the field and then see how it is done. Welcome once again to Smart Agro Innovations. Today we are going to teach you how to apply weedicide. Yeah, in our Greek we call it herbicide, but the local name, the usual name is weedicide. That is, it is a chemical that kills most weeds. Yeah, so this is how the whole formulation is done. People ask about how they are going to do their formulations, how they are going to dilute it and all those things. So this is what we do. So the calibration is done, and then the dilution. So with this, what's the name of the chemical?
This is a balazine.
Yeah, balazine chemical used. Is it a selective or contact?
Yeah, this is a selective weedicide.
Okay, selective. So we are in a maize farm.
Systemic one too.
Yeah, we are in a maize farm. It's selective and systemic. So once applied, it is not going to kill the maize. it's going to kill basically the weeds. So this is how the calibration is done. With this, what is the actual liters of this
the
knapsack sprayer?
Yeah, the knapsack sprayer is actually 16 liters.
Okay, so this is a 16-liter knapsack sprayer. So with this, which quantity or how many quantity are we going to add to 16 liters of knapsack sprayer?
Yeah.
And then the quantity of water?
Actually, I'm going to add up what they call 15 ml of the balazon in addition with the water.
All right, so that is how it is. So we have 50. Is that this one is what?
50 liters of
50 liters.
15 ml, sorry.
50 mils. Sorry, this is 50 mils against 16 liters of water. So that is how it is.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's how it is. So this is 15 mils
of balazon.
of balazon chemical, which is a selective weedicide or herbicide. So now we have it. It's in there. So how are you going to dilute it? Are you going to add water?
Yeah.
All
Actually, you normally add water.
Okay.
So that it will mix uniformly. So that after the mixing of the balazon, we actually shake this thing. So I have to shake it like
Then you shake it nicely for uniform mixture, right?
yeah. So that
Before you top up.
Yeah.
Okay.
paper. Idea.
All right, I think it's almost full, right?
Yeah.
So you cover it and then you start your application. So to those or to our dear subscribers, this is simple. If you want to apply herbicide or weedicide, this is how it is. You took 50 mils of balazon is to 16 liters of water using knapsack sprayer. This is the nozzle, and this is how the application is done. So we are through. Let's see how the application is done.
So normally you can use a boom sprayer.
Okay.
But think of the height and the stage of it. You know. Once you intend to use a boom sprayer, you will not be able to spray it as the way you want it. Okay. So the use of the knapsack sprayer is the best of all. So that you normally do, you have your normal uniform spray of the chemical. So that it will not, even though it is a selective herbicide, but once it attacks the maize, it will also cause some harm.
Or it may kill the maize.
It will not totally kill it, but it will just
to disturb the growth.
Standstill. Okay. It will not be able to grow very well. Okay, then the menu. Actual line there is inside. Oh,
Now, as you can see, the spraying process is ongoing, and since it's a selective, if you say something is selective, you say a herbicide is selective, it means that maybe there's a targeted weed that you want to deal with. Therefore, these this particular herbicide was made for them. So that is how come you see maize plants there. But after spraying, the maize is not going to die, or the chemical, the ballast is not going to kill the maize. No, but it is only going to kill the weeds. That is why we say it is selective. And then it is also systemic, meaning that if you apply it, it takes some time, it takes some time before it passes through the stomata parts of the leaves, gets into the weeds. In fact, that leads to the killing of the whole weeds on the field. Yeah, that is how come we say it takes time. But if you say by contact, it means that the moment you spray, the moment the chemical or the active ingredient gets into the leaves, within some short period of time, it is going to die. But because this is a maize farm, you want to control the weeds systemically. So that's how come it is. So basically, how to apply herbicides or weedicide on the field. This is synthetic chemical. Yeah. So we use that to control weeds on the field. Other than maybe weeding here and there, it takes a lot of time and even labor involved. It's not easy. So that's how come we are using herbicide or weedicide to spray our maize farm for good or optimum growth and development. So basically, this is a maize farm and application of herbicide or weedicide.